Do you have enough for two? The alien scientist pushes my boundaries. Equations unknown Maya Chen clutched her datapad tightly as the transport shuttle docked with Helios Station. After years of applying, she'd finally secured a position at the most advanced research facility in the quadrant. The circular viewport framed her first glimpse of the massive ring-shaped station, its gleaming hull punctuated by observation domes and solar arrays. "First time on an orbital?" asked the shuttle pilot, noticing her white-knuckled grip. "Is it that obvious?" Maya smiled nervously, tucking a strand of black hair behind her ear. "I've spent most of my career in underground labs on Earth. The quantum stability project was too important to pass up." The pilot nodded. "You'll be working with Zara Vex then. Interesting character. You know her?" Maya perked up, eager for any insights about her new research partner. "Everyone knows Zara. Brilliant, but..." He paused, choosing his words carefully. "Let's just say she approaches things differently than most humans do." Maya had read all of Zara's published work, revolutionary mathematical models that challenged fundamental assumptions about quantum physics. What the papers didn't reveal was what working with a Nexian would actually be like. After clearing the arrivals checkpoint, Maya followed a hovering guide drone through the station's curved corridors. The gravity felt slightly off, just enough to make her steps awkward as she adjusted. "Laboratory Complex Theta," announced the drone, stopping before a sleek door that slid open silently. Maya stepped into a vast circular lab space, dominated by a central holographic projection system. Complex equations floated in the air, rotating slowly above a workstation where a figure stood with her back turned. "Dr. Vex?" Maya called out. "I'm Dr. Maya Chen, your new..." "You're 3 hours and 22 minutes late," came the reply, the voice melodic but with unusual harmonic undertones. The orientation materials clearly stated 800 station time. The figure turned and Maya found herself facing a woman slightly taller than herself. Her skin was a soft lavender purple that seemed to shimmer under the lab lights. Her eyes were large and entirely violet without visible pupils, framed by delicate facial features and silver markings that traced her temples. Her hair was a deeper purple, almost black, tied back in an intricate braid. "The shuttle was delayed due to a solar flare," Maya explained, trying to maintain her professional composure despite her fascination. "I apologize for the inconvenience." Zara Vex tilted her head slightly, studying Maya with an intensity that made her feel like a specimen under a microscope. "Human travel inefficiencies. I had accounted for this possibility, which is why today's schedule included a buffer period." Her mouth curved in what might have been a smile. "Your work on quantum entanglement prediction models is impressive if fundamentally flawed." Maya blinked, caught between feeling complimented and insulted. "Flawed? Your mathematics relies too heavily on traditional assumptions about dimensional boundaries." Zara gestured to the floating equations. "However, your intuitive approach to stability variances is unusual, potentially valuable." "Thank you. I think," Maya replied, setting down her bag at an empty workstation. "We begin immediately," Zara stated, sending a stream of data to Maya's pad. "The quantum stability project requires both our perspectives if we're to prevent catastrophic collapse during large-scale applications." Maya scanned the equations, immediately spotting unfamiliar symbols. "This notation system, Nexian mathematical standard," Zara interrupted. "More precise for quantum applications. You'll adapt." The next several hours were a blur of information as Maya struggled to keep up with Zara's rapid explanations and expectations. By station evening, her head was swimming with new concepts that challenged everything she thought she knew about quantum physics. As Maya prepared to leave for her quarters, Zara suddenly asked, "Do you have sufficient capacity for two?" "Excuse me?" "Tomorrow's experiment," Zara clarified, though her expression remained enigmatic. "It will require dual mental processing pathways." "Do you have enough cognitive capacity for two simultaneous equation sets?" Maya straightened her shoulders. "I've handled multiple dimensional calculations simultaneously before." "Good," Zara nodded, "because what we attempt has never been done before, either by humans nor Nexians." Her violet eyes seemed to glow slightly. "We will either make history or fail spectacularly. Either outcome will be informative." As Maya left the lab, she couldn't decide if she was thrilled or terrified by the challenge. Ahead, or by the mysterious alien scientist who had just upended her understanding of both physics and professional relationships in a single day. Asiable. Theoretical bonds 2 weeks into her assignment on Helio Station, Maya found herself staying late in the lab again. The holographic display cast a soft blue glow across her face as she manipulated quantum variables with practiced gestures. Her initial discomfort with the Nexian notation system had given way to growing fluency, though she still occasionally needed to reference the translation guide she'd created. "Your adaptation rate exceeds my projections," came Zara's voice from behind her. Maya jumped slightly, not having heard the Nexian enter. "You startled me. I thought I was alone." "I move quietly by nature," Zara replied, stepping closer to examine Maya's work. "Most humans find it unsettling." "Just unexpected," Maya corrected with a small smile. "And thank you for the compliment, though I still feel like I'm barely keeping up." Zara tilted her head, her violet eyes reflecting the holographic light. "You underestimate yourself. An interesting human trait I've observed." The purple-skinned alien scientist moved to her own workstation, her movements graceful and deliberate. Maya had begun to notice these little details about Zara. How her silver temple markings seemed to shimmer when she was deep in thought. How she never wasted a single motion. How she sometimes hummed in frequencies that made the lab equipment vibrate subtly. "The dual resonance equations are showing promise," Maya said, sending her calculations to the main display. "If we can maintain quantum stability during the energy transfer phase, the applications would be revolutionary." Zara studied the equations, her long fingers moving through the hologram with precision. "Your approach is unexpectedly intuitive. You've incorporated the harmonic frequencies I suggested, but added a dampening factor I hadn't considered." Coming from Zara, this was high praise. Maya felt a flush of pride warm her cheeks. "I thought about how you described quantum states as music with mathematical notes. The dampening prevents resonance cascade." For the first time since they'd met, Zara's expression softened into something Maya might call genuine surprise. "You understood the metaphor. Most humans dismiss it as poetic rather than practical." "Maybe we're not all as literal as you think," Maya ventured, emboldened by the moment of connection. Zara considered this, then gestured to the station's large observation window. "The hour is late. Would you join me for sustenance? I find my cognitive efficiency decreases without regular nutrition." Maya laughed. "That might be the most scientific way anyone has ever asked me to dinner." Zara's brow furrowed. "Is there a more appropriate protocol?" "No, it's perfect," Maya assured her. "I'd love to have dinner with you." The station's dining area was quieter at this hour. They found a table near the vast window that showcased the breathtaking view of the nearby nebula, its swirling colors reminiscent of Zara's skin tone. "I've been meaning to ask," Maya said as they ate. "What brought you to this project? Your work on Nexus Prime was already groundbreaking." Zara was silent for a moment, her gaze fixed on the nebula. "My research faced resistance. Some believed crossing dimensional boundaries should remain theoretical." "Politics in science," Maya nodded. "Some things are universal, I guess." "Indeed." Zara's eyes returned to Maya. "Your file indicated you faced similar obstacles." Maya nearly choked on her drink. "You read my personal file?" "Standard protocol for research partnerships," Zara stated matter-of-factly. "Your thesis on quantum entanglement as a communication method was rejected by the Earth Science Council despite its mathematical soundness. It was too theoretical without practical application," Maya admitted. "At least that's what they said. Being a woman in quantum physics still has its challenges." "Curious," Zara mused. "Nexian science is dominated by females. Males lack the neural pathways for advanced mathematical processing." Maya couldn't help but laugh. "Maybe I should have been born Nexian." "An intriguing alternate reality to consider," Zara said, and Maya was surprised to see what appeared to be amusement in her expression. As they continued their meal, Maya found herself relaxing. Conversation flowed more easily than she expected, moving from scientific theories to cultural differences. Zara's perspective was refreshingly direct, unclouded by human social conventions. "Tomorrow's simulation will be critical," Zara said as they finished. "We must synchronize our approaches perfectly." "I'll be ready," Maya promised, "though I'm still not entirely sure what you meant by dual resonance experiment." Zara's eyes seemed to gleam in the dim light. It requires two minds working in perfect harmony, thinking as one while maintaining distinct perspectives. She hesitated, then added, "On Nexus, such synchronization is usually achieved only between those who share a deep connection." Something in Zara's tone made Maya's pulse quicken. "And you think we can achieve that level of synchronization?" "I would not have requested you as a partner if I didn't," Zara replied simply. As they walked back to their respective quarters, Maya felt a strange tension between them. Not uncomfortable, but charged with possibility. At her door, Zara paused. "Thank you for the conversation, Dr. Chen. It was illuminating." "Maya," she corrected gently, "if we're going to synchronize our minds tomorrow, you might as well use my first name." "Maya," Zara repeated, the name sounding musical in her Nexian accent. "Until tomorrow, then." As Maya watched Zara walk away, she realized that something fundamental had shifted between them. What had begun as a professional collaboration was evolving into something she couldn't yet define, but found herself eager to explore. Experimental variables, the warning klaxons jolted Maya from deep concentration. Red emergency lights pulsed throughout the lab as the station's AI announced, "Attention all personnel. Power grid instability detected. Emergency protocols engaged. Please remain at your stations." "The simulation," Maya gasped, rushing to secure their data as the holographic display flickered.
"Zara, we can't lose today's progress."
The purple-skinned Nexian was already moving with practiced efficiency, her fingers dancing across control panels, transferring to isolated backup systems. "Continue the stability calculations, Maya." Outside the lab windows, Maya could see sections of the station going dark. The massive Helios station relied on cutting-edge quantum energy cells. Ironically, the very technology they were working to stabilize. "It's the Northern Ring Generator," Zara announced, reviewing incoming data. "Unexpected quantum fluctuation. Our research could prevent this very situation in the future." Maya felt a chill. "Wait, could our simulation have triggered this? We were pushing experimental parameters." "Impossible," Zara stated, though her tone held a trace of uncertainty. "Our system is isolated from the station grid." The lights flickered again, then failed completely. For 3 seconds, they stood in total darkness before the emergency systems engaged, bathing the lab in a dim amber glow. "Backup power at 20% capacity," the station AI informed them. "Life support prioritized. Non-essential systems offline." Maya moved to Zara's side, trying to read the data on her screen. They stood close enough that Maya could feel the unusual warmth that radiated from Zara's purple skin. Nexians ran several degrees hotter than humans. She'd learned. The isolation protocols failed. Zara said quietly, "Our simulation created a feedback loop in the station's quantum network." "That shouldn't be possible," Maya whispered, the implications dawning on her. Unless our equations are correct," Zara finished, turning to face Maya. In the amber light, her violet eyes seemed to glow. "We've achieved quantum entanglement on a macro scale." Despite the crisis, Maya felt a surge of excitement. "We did it? But why is it destabilizing the station?" "The entanglement needs direction," Zara explained. "It's wild, seeking connection without purpose." Her expression grew intense as she took Maya's hands in hers. The touch sent an unexpected tingle up Maya's arms. "The dual resonance," Zara continued urgently. "We must complete it now. 2 minds, 2 perspectives, creating one stable pathway." "How?" Maya asked, acutely aware of how warm Zara's hands felt against hers. "Nexians can establish neural links through physical contact," Zara explained. "With humans, it's theoretically possible, but never been attempted." "Do you trust me, Maya?" The question hung between them, weighted with meaning beyond the immediate crisis. Maya looked into those alien eyes and saw not only brilliant intellect but something vulnerable and hopeful. "Yes," she answered. "I trust you." Zara placed her palms against Maya's temples. "Clear your mind. Focus on the quantum equations. See them as I do. Not as symbols, but as living patterns, waves of possibility." Maya closed her eyes, trying to follow Zara's instructions. At first, she felt nothing beyond the warmth of Zara's touch. Then gradually, a strange sensation began to unfold, like a door opening in her mind. Colors and patterns flooded her consciousness, mathematical concepts taking visual form. She could see quantum equations as vibrant living things interacting and harmonizing. More startling, She could feel Zara's presence not as an intrusion but as a complementary wavelength to her own thoughts. "Can you hear me, Maya?" The question wasn't spoken but felt. "Yes," Maya responded in kind, amazed at the clarity of their connection. Together, their merged consciousness reached out to the chaotic quantum fluctuations in the station's systems. Maya contributed structure and logic while Zara provided intuitive harmony. Their complementary approaches wove together, creating a stable pattern that calmed the wild energy. Throughout the station, systems began coming back online. The emergency lights faded as the main illumination returned. Outside the lab windows, the darkened sections of Helios gradually lit up once more. When Zara finally lowered her hands, Maya felt the connection between them fade, though not completely. Something lingered, a whisper of awareness of the other's presence. "We did it," Maya said, her voice shaky. "That was incredible." "Yes," Zara agreed, her usually composed demeanor showing signs of wonder. "The neural link was far more successful than anticipated." "Your mind is beautiful, Maya." The compliment brought warmth to Maya's cheeks. "So is yours. I never imagined mathematics could look like that. Like music made visible." The lab door slid open as the station director, Dr. Harrington, rushed in. "What happened in here?" The entire station nearly went dark. Zara and Maya exchanged a glance, a small smile passing between them, a private acknowledgement of what they'd just shared. "A minor miscalculation," Zara stated smoothly, "which led to a significant breakthrough. We've achieved stable quantum entanglement," Maya added. "The application possibilities are enormous." As they explained their discovery in carefully measured terms, omitting the neural link that had made it possible, Maya felt herself hyper-aware of Zara's presence beside her. Something fundamental had changed between them. A connection formed that transcended professional collaboration or even friendship. Later, as they stood alone in the lab compiling their data, Maya found the courage to ask the question that had been lingering since their minds had touched. "What happens now? Between us, I mean." Zara considered her with those violet eyes that Maya now knew could see far more than most. "We've experienced something unprecedented. There is no protocol for this situation." "Then I guess we'll have to write one," Maya said softly. "Together." Zara's expression softened in a way Maya had never seen before. "I find that prospect highly satisfactory."